Hi everyone, my name is Patricia Carr and welcome to Creating Your Best Life. If I was to ask you to make a list of the top 3 things that are holding you back from going after what you want, I'm going to bet that fear is on that list. Fear is on everybody's list. It is one of the top things that keeps us from going after what it is that we want. So let's talk about fear, and more importantly, let's talk about how to manage that fear so we can go forward and have the life that we want. So what kinds of fears are holding most of us back? They can be many, many things. Obviously, the fear of failure, but also many people fear success. You can have fear of intimacy, fear of aging, fear of being alone, fear of money issues. That's another big thing. The list can be endless. There are many, many things that are fearful that hold us back from going after what it is that we want. So having fear is actually very natural, but allowing it to stop us from moving forward, that is unacceptable. So we cannot do that. So we need to learn how to manage it. So number 1, let's acknowledge that fear. Most of us kind of keep that in the back of our mind. We're not really conscious of what's holding us back. We're not really conscious that there's a fear going on there. So we need to really kind of look inwards and figure out what really is stopping us and bring that out. We need to acknowledge it. We can't fix things. We can't address things unless we know about them. So first of all, let's acknowledge it. Step number 2. Well, what's your worst case scenario? So now that you have acknowledged what your fears are, what is the absolute worst thing that could happen? So let's say you don't get that promotion or you don't get that job. Well, that means something else is coming along for you. Let's say that relationship doesn't work. Well, then you know what? Maybe thank your lucky stars, because then the right relationship is eventually coming, because that was obviously not the right one. So you need to go through your list. What is the worst possible thing that could happen? Most people fear that, well, if the worst possible thing happens, well, what if I can't handle that? Well, no, switch that. You can handle that. And once you see what the worst possible thing is happening, then you can start to go, yes, I can handle that. Step number 3, you just need to get out and do it. Thinking about it, analyzing it, understanding it, all those things are great, useful tools. But you need to just get out and do stuff. The more you do stuff, the easier it gets and the less fearful it gets. But every time you go beyond your comfort zone, of course, it's going to be scary. So get out there and just do it. Step number 4, chunk it down. So when we're thinking about going after what it is that we want, sometimes it can be really, really, really overwhelming. So while you're getting out there and doing it, make your plan so that it's sustainable and make it small steps. It doesn't matter how small your steps are as long as you're going forward. So chunk it down so it's manageable. And then the last thing you want to do is fake it till you make it. What does that mean? So for many of us, we fear what's called the imposter syndrome. And what that means is that it's that fear of, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm not good enough. Any minute now, somebody's going to realize that I am a complete fraud. But you know what? Most of us also feel that way. And that's not true. You do have something to offer. You do know what you're talking about. So just keep going out there and faking it till you make it, because eventually you're going to believe it too. You're going to really know that you know what you're talking about. And now all of a sudden you really are living that experience. So those are 5 steps that you want to do to manage your fear. So we're going to acknowledge what the fear is. We are going to figure out, well, what's the worst possible scenario? We're going to get out there and just do it. But while we're doing it, we're going to just chunk it down so that it's manageable. And then we're going to fake it till we make it. So remember, fear is natural, but we cannot allow it to stop us from going after the life we want. We are good enough. And that's a big, big fear, that we are not good enough. But remember, you are good enough. So just get out there, manage the fear, and go after the life that you want, because you're worth it. If you enjoyed this video, please share it. If you have any comments or questions, please let me know. If you would like more information, you can check out my website at www.patricialifecoach.com or send me an email at info@patricialifecoach.com. It's been great sharing with you, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.